Listen through.
Get jazzy on.
I'm that flight that you get on, international. First class seat on my lap, girl, riding comfortable. Cause I know what that girl them need. New York to Haiti, I got lipstick stamps on my passport. You make it hard to leave. Been around the world, don't speak the language, but your booty don't need explaining. All I really need to understand is when you
talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Get jazzy on them.
You know the words in my songs. No habla English. Our conversations ain't long, but you know what is. I know what that girl them want. London to Taiwan. I got lipstick stamps on my passport. I think I need a new one. Been around the world, don't speak the language, but your booty don't need explaining. All I really need to understand is when you
talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me.
Met your friend in Rio. She was all on me. We can make now say 3 Oh yeah.
Those cadenas close to genius. Sold out arenas, you can suck my penis. Gilbert arenas, guns on deck. Chest to chest, tongue on neck. International oral sex. Every picture I take, I pose a threat. Bold and jet, what you expect? Her pussy so good, I bought her a pet. Anyway, every day I'm trying to get to it. Gotta say to my phone on the big booty. Anyway, every day I'm trying to get to it. Gotta say to my phone on the big booty.
Been around the world, don't speak the language, but your booty don't need explaining. All I really need to understand is when you
talk dirty to me.
You
talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me.
talk to me.
Talk dirty to me. Get jazzy on them.
What? I don't understand.
Truth is, I thought it mattered. I thought that music mattered. But does it bollocks? Not compared to how people matter.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. He drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times. He sings the songs that remind him of the better times. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. He drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times. He sings the songs
Dyer's
that remind him of the better times.
请 Empire 战队禁用英雄。
10 seconds to go. Dyer's pick. Radiant's pick. Dyer's pick.
Good evening and welcome back to the Mars Dota 2 League. This is the second game of the night and we are bringing it to you here with a fun matchup between Team Empire and Cloud9. Now I know we were a little late off the starting blocks, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with us as we waited for this game to get going because I'm sure it will be worth it. My name is Toffee's bringing the action. You can find me at Toffees_Dota2 and I'm joined here by my co-caster, the intrepid Ryu Uberus. How are you doing tonight, sir?
What's up, man? I thought we were dead. I didn't even know there was Dota being played right now. What happened?
2.5 hours, one game of Dota, but we promised to bring you the best that we can, and we're going to jump right into it. So let's talk about this draft. It's going fast, Ryu. We see the Chen and the Beastmaster banned out right away, followed by the Wisp and the Quap, and then the Gyrocopter, second game in a row, popping up this time for Team Empire, along with the Disruptor. What do you make of these drafts so far?
Interesting to see the Bounty Hunter coming out against the Gyro and a Disruptor. Bounty Hunter's great against kind of zoning out the Disruptor if he has the Poison Orb really harassing him in the lane stage, but if he has a Dust or even a Sentry Ward and he has a Kinetic Field and then Gyro comes over, you're gonna give first blood, but it just depends on how much space the Bounty Hunter can give, and Clockwork's always nice too. He can always pull back the lane. Cloud9's looking great just for solidifying their off lane. Team Empire just have a great all-around team fight right now.
Absolutely. A lot of folks were excited to see this draft. Bone 7 drafting for Cloud9, Resolution for Team Empire, but so far, nothing overly crazy. We do see a Clockwork and a Bounty Hunter picked up. Clockwork, a hero that I haven't seen a ton of lately that sort of surprises me because I feel like he's very strong in this patch iteration.
I think he is. And, well, just the Bounty Hunter, yeah, it's just the 4-second cooldown of track is pretty ridiculous. I would say that's the biggest thing. And Shuriken Toss always bouncing around allies. The track bounce range is 1200. That's a pretty big deal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's also, I think, I've seen him played a little more in a support role the last couple of days. I don't know if that's something that's going to become common. Bane picked up, speaking of support, for Cloud9. So, a pretty interesting lineup for Cloud9 right here. I mean, we've got big initiation, lots of engagement, a good amount of lockdown, but what are they looking for to balance this draft?
Radiant's pick.
It's kind of weird. I was gonna say maybe a Naga or a PL too, and they did pick up the PL. I mean, this is really good when you have the Bane synergy, right? You can always put in Feeble, or you can always grip the Gyrocopter, and you have a lot of things to really hurt him. If you have the Enfeeble level 2 or 3, the Gyro is not going to be doing any of the damage. They already have a Viper. PL works great against the Viper. And it's a really good draft so far from Cloud9 if they can put out the pressure in the early game. Else, Team Empire is just looking like they're going to steamroll with a Viper, with a mech, and potentially Sand King. I think this has to be a Sand King off lane. If you're running a Bounty Hunter into the enemy jungle, you really cannot get it.
5 seconds.
It's definitely dangerous for him to do that. Phantom Lancer, I think, is an interesting pickup by Cloud9. Somebody in Twitch chat said, set your alarm for 90 minutes from now. Yeah. It's going to be a long one. And that's not a bad sentiment, considering PL does take some time to get online. And when he does, he is just brutal to deal with. So, interesting to see him picked into the Gyrocopter. A lot of times, you see the Gyrocopter sort of picked up as an answer to a Phantom Lancer.
And as I was saying, the Bane's a really great counter to counteracting. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, they have the Sand King ulti as well as the Disruptor AoE now. It kind of helps in the long run. And you always have there's a cool mechanic that most people don't know about. Phantom Lancer, you can always doppelganger the Sinback, as well as you can get Manta Style, and you can Manta Style dodge glimpse too. So there's 2 built-in mechanics here, sort of. PL always goes for a Manta Style, as I'm saying, where PL can dodge the glimpse, and the glimpse isn't going to be working. I think I just want to see how the glimpse is used effectively this game from Team Empire. Else, I don't know if the hero is going to be great this game.
All right, so we do see the ban of the Rubik. The Zeus was knocked out, as was the Enigma, Razor, Juggernaut. So Team Empire gets rid of that mid position. Now, looking at, you think that Viper is going to be in the mid position, or is he going to be in a farming position?
Reserve time.
I mean, both. You could just say mid is a farming position.
Fair, fair. So who do you think? Who do you pick here as Cloud9 to match up against that Viper then?
Probably Wind Ranger is the best bet here. And what else is there? I would say Wind Ranger is probably their best bet. There's not too many other heroes that are really screaming out to me right now.
Okay. So no heroes screaming to Ryu at the moment.
Death
Pick
Prophet.
me.
Death Prophet.
Death Prophet could be interesting. Team Empire up on the top, playing that dire position is. So, in your opinion, you think that Sand King is going to be a core position or a support?
I think it has to be off lane Sand King.
Okay, so an off-lane Sand King, which means that the last draft spot for Team Empire would be a support role, which Cloud9 seems to agree with the Rubik ban. Plenty of time left on the clock for both teams as they whiz through that first part of the draft. 24 seconds here for Cloud9 to figure out what they want to do to shore up this strategy. Do you see any major issues with Cloud9's draft so far?
Yeah, if they don't get off to a great start with the bounty and clockwork and then the Bane, then it just depends on their rotations. If they can get the levels fast enough, really, and up on the bounty hunter, the clock, and what they can do. Because Team Empire's lineup is all about aggression, all about getting the mech, grouping up, and then just taking the team fights. And Cloud9 are just like, oh, we're going to stall, we're going to get some pickoffs here and there, and then we're just going to wait for our PL to get really big.
All right, so they do pick up the Lestrak in that last position. Is that going to be a support Lestrak or a core Lestrak and a support bounty hunter, do you think?
Oh, there's no way. They're going to run dual lanes, top, Bane, PL bottom, and then Leshrac mid. I mean, with Lesh mid, and then you could always have the potential bounty roaming over.
Right.
Viper could be very scary for him.
Reserve time.
Definitely. So a lot is going to go into this bounty hunter and how Team Empire is prepared to control him. Sand King, like you said, is going to have a tough time farming if they go down that road. So they have 1 minute and 38 seconds to think about it, decide if they want that Sand King to sit in lane, and it's not going to be. It looks like he is going to be a core, just like you said, and Shadow Demon will get picked up as the final support for Team Empire here. Looking at these two drafts in their entirety, taking skill of play out of it, just the draft, who do you think came out ahead?
I think... Oh, that's a tough one. I think it's about 50-50.
Okay.
Honestly, I think it really does depend on how Team Empire rotate. It comes from the support from Shadow Demon, Disruptor, and then the Bounty Hunter. I think we're going to have the eyes on this early game.
Awesome. So, early, and it seems like that PL should have plenty of space to farm with the Bounty Hunter rotating, Lestrak and Clockwork both potentially making some mid-game space for him. How does Team Empire go about controlling the PL? Do you think that he's the biggest liability on the map for Empire to have to deal with?
I would say make sure you keep down the Leshrac. Make sure he doesn't get a fast Bloodstone. And then once you shut down him, PL might have a defusal by the mid-game comes around, but it should be enough where you have Aegis, you have Gyro with the BKB, and then you're just taking these towers and these team fights for Empire.
All right, so it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a pause here as we get started. Make sure that the overlays, everything's lined up. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. So should be a pretty good match as we get this thing underway. Some disconnects is... Remember, this is being played as a LAN, so while we are casting remote, the players are on site, so it should run relatively smoothly here.
Smoother than a baby's butt?
Smoother than a baby's butt. That about... Well said, sir. Well said. All right. So, let's see. I guess we'll go over the two teams while we've got the time. Open up here, and let's start with the C9, G2A. We'll start with the Radiant side of the map right now, as looks like we're going to have Eternal Envy playing that PL. We're going to have Fata on the Leshrac. Big Daddy No-Tail is going to be on the Bounty Hunter, which we presume will be a roaming sort of support style Bounty Hunter. Bane will be played by none other than Misery, and last but not least, Bone7 is going to be bringing it home on that Clockwork.
I only got 3 of the 5 heroes. All right, so I'll just do...
we're going to test your skills of memory.
Resolution, I have the 2 heroes. Let's see if I'm right on the support and off lane. Resolution's going to be playing Viper. Silent's going to be playing the Gyrocopter. Always Wanna Fly is going to play the Shadow Demon. Yoki's going to play the Sand King, and Aloha Dance is going to play the Disruptor.
All right, so we'll see if that's right, since we have a little bit of time here waiting for these connections to go through. So now as the lanes start up, we don't know what the laning phase is going to be, but let's talk a little bit about early keys for these teams to get up and running. Is it more important for one team to win lanes than the other, perhaps?
Yeah, I think it's more important for Empire to not feed the courier because of the Bounty Hunter in the game. Viper not constantly die middle lane, because if he gets shut down, it's going to be very hard. Don't give too many levels to the Clockwork, because that's their tempo controller. And if they can get on those P's and Q's, then Empire should do okay, and just watching their early game aggression. So.
All right, and what about the early game key for C9? How important is it going to be that Bounty Hunter is able to harass the jungle stacks and to really haunt that courier? Is that going to be his primary focus, or do you think he's going to be going around looking for pickoffs early on?
Honestly, every single Bounty Hunter game I see in pro is Bounty Hunter trying to snipe the courier or messing with stacks in the enemy jungle so that the Sand King really can't catch up. And yeah, I think it's just depending on what they want to do. I mean, Empire could even do... Nah. Are they going to go aggressive? Nah, it's not ideal. I don't think you should give Clockwork levels, even if you shut down the PO. I don't think it's worth it.
All right, it sounds like no. Empire asking for a G, C9 saying they do need a moment. And do we have green in the game?
Boot break.
Right? Well, they saw the disconnects. They figured make the most out of it. As we wait for this game to get underway, we are a little bit behind schedule, guys, but do not worry, because the next game is not scheduled to start until 1:55 Eastern. It is 1:09 Eastern, so that means that we have a pretty large period of time to play this game. And based on Empire's aggressive style of play and the games that we've seen recently, it may be okay. We may not go that late in terms of this game. That said, though, Phantom Lancer on the field, always a little bit of a threat to draw it out. Late game, when you look at these lineups, is it pretty clear that C9's got that advantage?
I don't think it's clear cut. They have a lot of things to disengage. You can Shadow Demon disrupt Bane's grip, which I think a lot of hopes on C9 is Bane's grip and the Clockwork. So they have a lot of things to counteract. They have obviously the Sand King with Blink. If Gyro gets, I mean, you could even say a Gyro with a Rapier this game. It's pretty good, honestly. Having like, if you have a Gyropus with the Divine Rapier, Aegis, and a BKB, honestly, the only thing they have to shut that down is going to be the Bane with Fiend's Grip. And then, like I said, you have the Shadow Demon with Disrupt.
So they can hold their own should it go late. Mid game seems like it could be strong for Empire here as we wait for apparently a disconnect now from the Leshrac. So a little bit of back and forth ping pong as everybody sort of gets their connections in order.
Tell me a story, Toss. Tell me a story.
I was not prepared to tell you a story.
Oh, man.
All right, let's tell a story.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the, I don't know, give me a topic.
A topic?
Sure.
What's a good topic?
I don't care. It makes it more fun if you just give me something out of the blue.
Custom games. Source 2. One of the two.
Source 2. Oh my, that's like a serious topic.
Oh yeah.
All right,
that's my topic.
Source 2 is an interesting legend. It was born in the same bath as the idea of a new Half-Life game. Both legendary, both hidden within the bowels of the game, and it looks like we're getting G, so thank God I don't have to tell a story about Source 2. Because Source 2 is nothing more than a story right now.
There was a Reddit post about 2 days ago.
Source 2. Reddit posts are always pretty good about Source 2 stuff, so...
There was a lot of comments and stuff, and everybody was saying it's pretty much out, or it should be out soon. Don't know.
We can only hope. We can only hope.
Only hope.
Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and do some modding here.
Stop banning people, dude.
I'm not banning. I'm just. I can't read anything.
They're trying to smoke some herbal stuff.
some Seattle experience is what they're doing. So TI just around the corner, Raya. You excited about that?
No, because I'm not getting invited.
Wow, that's a negative. That's a negative view to take. We don't even know you. You don't even know yet, Raya.
Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah, it's gonna be great stuff. And then 3 months later, or I think it might be 2 months later, you have the majors.
Majors kicking right back up. Yeah.
There's a lot of Dota. Great stuff.
Dota has a very interesting future ahead of it over the next year. Curious to see how it goes. I think team rosters should be pretty interesting as teams now have an incentive to stay together after TI, and I'm hoping that'll slow down the shuffles that we're so used to seeing aggressively after TI. But who's to tell at this particular point in time? It doesn't matter, though, because the game is finally up and running. After an hour of waiting and a couple of minutes of pauses, we now get to see exactly how these lanes are going to fall out. 2 head to the top. We got 2 headed down that mid position, and it looks like that may be a convergence on the top rune. Big Daddy and Fata going to be the first ones to go around and take a look at it. They do have the benefit of the Invis scout by Big Daddy to know if there's a possible gank on the way. And it does look like maybe Aloha Dance and Silent are just going to go ahead and defend camp blocking, which Big Daddy is already on his way into the jungle to start causing trouble.
Yep. They predicted incorrectly his movements.
Mm-hmm.
But he still has his... He hasn't used his Observer Sentry ward yet. And
30 seconds to showtime.
Seems like maybe he's just trying to get a feel for where everybody is, letting him know if they're planning on an attack on that top rune or not. And now he will go ahead and put out those wards. And it looks like it's going to be a courier sniping ward. Down on the bottom, no contest going to be here for Fata and EE, as they should have no trouble getting this rune whatsoever. And obviously the 4-man convergence on the top, also unnecessary. Both teams playing it safe and both coming away with their own individual rune.
Yeah, this should be really good, I think, for the start for Empire. I mean, you have Bane here in the bottom lane blocking. So this will give some space for Yoki. Maybe he can hit level 2 off this early positioning. And then we'll see how Clockwork fares, Bone 7 with his off lane. As you said, he is the new drafter. Want to see how it works out for Cloud9.
Should be pretty interesting, and now Big Daddy continues, or gets started on his annoyance strategy here in the jungle. Lanes, let's keep an eye on them. Which one do you think is going to be the most difficult, and which one do you think is going to be the most important?
Most important mid lane for both.
Get those early levels, and obviously support resolution as he gets started.
Oh,
top. Nice play. Cogs in, but Aloha Dan stuck inside. A lot of damage goes on Bone 7 here as he slips behind the tree. Going to have to start eating through that regen relatively quickly. So a nice little play by them, by the guys on Empire, to start a good harassment campaign here. Big Daddy looks like he wants to possibly come around. Closing in on Aloha Dance, who's low on HP. Does come in, puts up the right click, just shows, hey, I'm here. Leave my guy alone. And we'll back off.
Yeah, he's out of region though. Aloha Dance only has a Tango. What does Silent have? Oh, he can help out his buddy. He can help out.
Alright, so Silent's going to come in doing pretty well on those last hits. Bone 7 is going to try to get what he can, but has already gone through almost all the region and is still very, very low. Resolution pushed up pretty far. Fata harassing using that Lightning Storm, gets Resolution down to about 3/4. In comes Big Daddy No Tail with the harassment right out of the gate. Gets 2 shots in, and we'll back off. But now he's getting creep block, taking a lot of damage from the orb block. He is going to get pretty low, and only has 1 Tango left to try and get himself back on track.
That sucks for Resolution. If his Tango was up, he could have Sentry warded, or Tangoed the Sentry ward, but look at Resolution's build. He's got 2 Encroacher skin. This is a really nice play from him, expecting the Bounty Hunter rotation, and you're playing against a Leshrac. Sure, you'll have a harder time last hitting, but it's the play you have to make.
Absolutely. Now, Big Daddy doing a great job of making Resolution's life very difficult in this lane. Big rotation over here on the top is nice. Cog saw it coming, went to the high ground, and blocked off the 2-hero rotation coming from the river. Meanwhile, Big Daddy dropping low, throws the Sentry Ward down, Orb Walk to chase, and he will go ahead. The D-Ward race takes place, and they kill it at the same time.
Yep.
It's not
Yoki's
over, though.
here.
Looks like there's a big possible fight here. Resolution being engaged on by Big Daddy. Yoki comes in, does get the stun. Big Daddy in some trouble. Always want to fly here to help as well, and that's the first blood. Big Daddy is dead Daddy as he's sent back to base.
Yeah. Get corrosive skinned, yo.
Yep.
Poor
Great
guy.
rotation. They knew that he was hanging out there. They knew that he was harassing, and made a nice fast play to bring in the rest of the team. Resolution down to 1 pulled Tango, and we've got 2 left on Fata right now. Bottom lane, Yoki having not his best start, 1-1, level 2 against a level 4 PL, who's sitting at 17-4, pretty comfortable. Every time that Yoki tries to come in to get last hits, Misery is rotating over very cleanly and harassing him backwards. But up on the top, Bone 7, sitting in a really tough situation. He's 1-0 and starting to close in on 3.
Yep. They don't have any sentries, though, for the bottom lane here for Yoki. Or Dust. But
they're pushing him backwards awfully effectively, and that's exactly what Misery has been doing consistently. Every time the Yoki starts to come in and try to get some little bit of farm to his name, Misery's making a great rotation and just making life even more difficult for him.
yep. He can't really Sandstorm until he's level 3 in this lane. He has to get level 3 so he can stay. Else of the duration, he's just going to get waited out and then most likely die. And it doesn't do as much damage as you need it to do.
Runes are spawning. We're going to see rotation by Misery to get that. Meanwhile, up on the top lane, Bo 7 came in and he got caught by the Disruptor. The right clicks are there, and so is his death. Clockwork going to get taken out by a nice setup by Empire, waiting for him to come in after that rune.
So far, I would say Empire doing a really good job not letting Bounty Hunter pick off Rune or pick off the Courier, not letting him pick off mid, as well as he could have happened this game. But so far, I'm liking what they're doing.
Absolutely. They're managing it as well as they possibly can. Meanwhile, we do see Big Daddy, who is now level 3, has picked up that Orb of Venom right out of the gate, is going to head up towards the top lane, walks right through the Sentry Ward. They ping him out immediately. They know he's there. He doesn't have any backup, so they want to try to make a move on him before you see the return of Bone 7. Will they get a chance to? Meanwhile, in the mid, fight on Fata. The Orb Walk is real. The damage is good. Will it kill him? Fata will survive with... No, he won't. There it is. Orb Walk makes it happen. Big Daddy with the TP rotation, going head-to-head with Resolution. Cannot handle it. He's going to go down. Resolution gets a double. A big double.
Oh, yeah, that's double trouble, man. This is a fast mechanism, potentially, now, for a Viper. And this is where you start seeing the ineffectiveness of the Bounty Hunter. Oh, top lane. They're even diving. They're going to get the last hit on to... Bone. Misery rotates over.
Empire gets the triple. Misery comes up, chases Lola Dance into the woods, but he's trapped in place. Empire doing some work, but he goes down. Nice rotation by Fata, and they are going to get 1 and make that 2. So Empire off to some really good kills. Great rotation by C9, saying that we will not be put down. Rotates up and gets a great kill on the Gyrocopter, and I think a very needed kill for them.
Yep, that was a really good play from... Obviously, you could attribute it to Lesh dying in the mid lane so he can get a TP scroll to TP top. But.
Yeah, fair. Yoki stacking the jungle as aggressively as he can. Does have to be careful with that Bounty Hunter. Anytime that he chooses to go ahead and farm, already kind of low on health, but no Bounty Hunter in sight. Meanwhile, EE is going to go ahead and stand by the haste room and play guard for that. Is he going to guard that? Nope, just walks away. Decides to leave it there. Fata maybe head in that direction. Meanwhile, up on top, lots of vision for Dire. They've done a great job of making sure that anytime the Bounty Hunter walks into that realm of control, he finds himself in a tough situation. Now, he's going to go hunting in his opponent's jungle, see if he cannot find the Sand King, who nobody's heard from in just a little while. Now, Yoki is a little bit low on health, so Big Daddy's waiting for his chance to possibly go in here, sees him move.
He didn't steal any of the creeps either from the Clockwork Rocket. It's level 2, so it does a decent amount of damage, about 120, and... he didn't get to steal any of the creeps, so very unfortunate for him.
Guess what's happening to Dire?
Now Yoki is going to come in and stack this, being pinged out. Big Daddy No Tell going to go ahead and just stop the stack from happening. but that will, of course, let Yoki know that he is still in range. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, PL is going to start the push already. Tower at a quarter health. Can they get it down? They'll at least be able to bring it low and force out the glyph. Meanwhile, back to our jungle standoff as Yoki continues to farm, and Big Daddy's just going to sit there and soak the XP. Up on the top lane, Silent starting to lean on the tower in the same way that the bottom is being leaned on. Bone 7 trying to stay competitive, but 9 and 1 level 4 is not quite doing it. Uh-oh, bottom, let's look at this. Oh, PL started to make a move on Always Want to Fly, going to take off as fast as he can. Oh, that might actually be it. They got him boxed in. He's creep blocked. Can they finish the job? Nice TP. The stun is there. Envy very deep looking for the kill. He gets it, but at what cost? A 1-for-1 and not one that Envy wants to make.
They're going to get on the return kill. Aloha.
They try, but the stun from Fata.
He's a haste rune too. Okay.
And it's not over yet because the chase is on. Silent making his way through the woods, trying to get out of this one, but look how fast he is. One lightning will do it. Down he goes. Doesn't even cast it, just lets the AoE take care of business. We go with a 2-for-1. Yes, they got Envy, but it cost them 2 on the top lane with some beautiful rotation from a hasted Fata.
Yeah, haste rune TP. It's pretty strong. You can even, you can just have haste up forever. Then he could have even stole the bottle from Resolution, but they don't have the DD rune. I mean,
help me understand the PL situation on the bottom. It seemed like that wasn't worth it for EE to go after a Shadow Demon behind the tier 2.
Yeah, they could have had the tower by now. Instead, they don't. I just too aggressive. Really wanted to make something happen. I guess he wasn't expecting any of the TPs to come in because that action was happening top, right? So either Bone 7 cancels TPs, or because obviously he'll see him and then he can call it out. But because Yoki actually had a TP scroll and then he came in, that was just amazing play from him. So then he got punished.
He did. But a beautiful, beautiful rotation. Came in there and definitely got the pick off. Uh-oh, Bone 7 going to get pulled back inside the silence, locked in place. Oh, that's that combo that you were talking about a little while ago. That is just brutal. Pulled him back, silenced him up, and just burned him down. That was tough. Now they're pinging out Big Daddy as he's looking to really still try to make a mess of Yoki's farm. Wow, that was pretty impressive. So he's pinging out, saying, look, Disruptor's rotating around, doing everything he can to spot it out. Right now, Bounty Hunter's still sitting at level 5 with nothing but brown boots. When does that become a problem?
That's really good, actually.
Is it?
Him being level 5 at 10 minutes in the game is pretty extraordinary. He was stealing EXP there. He's been a part of 2 kills. So the Bounty Hunter is paying off, I would say, at this situation. If he was level 3 or something, this would be terrible. And yeah, he's not too far off. So he just needs to get some space or get a kill, right? He either gets space to farm or he finds a kill because Shuriken does 300 damage. It's pretty crazy how much damage it does.
Bottom lane looks like we got some action. TP coming in to save Yoki, who went into his sandstorm. That's a haste resolution, though. No stun, so Misery will get to safety. No big problem. We'll actually see that orb chase him all the way back to the top lane. Now there is a couple of fights. It looks like PL could be in some trouble. They're going to go for the right one. No, they do not. They go after the 2 illusions, chasing Eternal Envy. EE trying to run as fast as he can. Slows her in place. 16 seconds on his escape mechanism. This will be a dead Envy. And he, maybe almost, not going to happen. Gets out with a nice transition from Empire. They go down, they get a good pick, and really, really clean play. Empire showing why they are often considered the top of the CIS pool.
Yeah, that was a misplay, though, from Envy, though. He could have doppel, as I was mentioning earlier in the draft, you can doppel out of glimpse. So he didn't time it. He waited till he was glimpsed back, and he just got ran down. So I would say a big play from EE there. Kind of shouldn't have died there.
Now Disruptor in a dangerous position, surrounded on all sides. We got Big Daddy No Tail, goes on Silent. Silent hits him, turns around, big call down. Gonna catch Misery on 1, gonna catch him on 2. Heals himself up, goes back for Silent. Big Daddy here. Fata falls to Yoki. Nice little play. Silent is going to get caught, though. Ends up dropping down. Bone 7 TPs to safety, and it goes 1 for 2. Disruptor and a Gyro for a Leshrac, so not a bad trade for C9.
Yep. And they're still on the chase here. They're going to catch up. He has Tranquils. He definitely has the movement speed. And
almost back. He knows he's close. Here comes Eternal Envy. Should give him some backup. Yoki comes in, gets the stun on Envy. And now he's very low. Good job. Uses the shift to get himself out of a very dangerous position. That Doppelganger disjoints the slow. Big Daddy No Tail and Bone 7 up on the top lane now. We did see a tower. So the tower count after this is the top and the bottom towers on the side of Empire have been lost, while no towers have been taken for C9. The gold lead is at about 2,000 for Cloud9. XP is in favor of Empire. So early on, it felt like Empire's had sort of the pacing and control of this game, Ryu. But does that mean that they're winning this? Because C9 seems like they're actually in control of this match.
right, they're having map control when they have a Leshrac that doesn't have Edict. And well, he's got 2 in Edict, but they didn't take the towers because of that. It's just the pressure in the bottom lane. And sure, you could say that the tier 1s are all up for C9, but still, they're making a lot of pressure happen on the map, and just good rotation so far from C9, I would say.
There's a double damager sitting inside of the Resolution's bottle, hoping he'll be able to find a good spot to use that. Rotation by Aloha Dance. He's being pinged out by the guys on Radiant saying, hey, watch out, Disruptor's coming around. Nice big ancient stack all set up and ready for the taking. That's a really great ward, though, from Radiant. Has proven very, very helpful and allowed them to see that rotation coming. So Misery's going to stay in the middle lane and back away as PL heads to the jungle. ETP's back. Another look at. So we've got 2 sitting on mid. Aloha Dance waiting for his chance to try to make a move on someone. Yoki looks like he's going to get that blink dagger and head down to the same spot.
Yep. I think the biggest problem right now, though, is Silent is 1 and 3, and he might be keeping up a little bit in the CS. Only down 12, but still the net worth discrepancy. He's down 1,000, and he just keeps getting picked off. And he's going for the Helma Dominator build, so you're not going to have the fast gyrocopter. He's just going to be stacking and really trying to get back into this game. So this lets you know they're kind of like, all right, we're going to be in it for the long haul. We're going to do stacks. We're going to try to get back into this game.
Oh, looks like we have an engagement on the top. Rune, big stun on Resolution, turns around, goes from all sides. Yoki takes some damage, goes invis, can't get away. Aloha Dance, on the other hand, cannot. Stuck by Bane, locked in place. Resolution pops, looks like a haze through, and he's got the double damage, trying to get out. PL makes the shot. Now he's in trouble. He's a bit too deep. Leshrac misses the stun. Nice job. Call down comes out. Going to catch 1 on Misery, but not the second. The chase is on, though. Silent going to try to finish off Misery. Can he do it? Nice cog to buy a little bit of space. Meanwhile, Leshrac fighting in the jungle. It's all over the place right now. They finish off the clockwork, so a nice play there. We're going to see Resolution dropping a little bit low. He gets out. So at the end of the day, that ends up being, what, a 2 for 2 across half of the map?
Yeah, that was the most split up fight ever. It started off with Aloha Dance getting picked off. It sucked that Misery was waiting for him on the high ground and was just able to Fiend's Grip him easily, and they didn't have Disruptor or the Shadow Demon there immediately, so can't cancel the grip without him. And yeah, they almost got EE with the Sand King ulti.
I thought they might, but let's do a quick check-in on items since they seem to be coming out very quickly for 15 minutes. On the C9 side, we do have that Soul Booster finished up on Leshrac, as it looks like he gets moving towards his first item. A lot of folks were shocked to see Glimmer Cake up on the Bane. He went Brown Boots Glimmer Cape, and it has proven fairly effective at this point. Meanwhile, the Helm of the Dominator up on the Gyrocopter, a mech almost done on the Viper, and the Blink Dagger out on the Sand King. Oh, and Boots of Travel. That's kind of an important one up here on the PL.
Yeah, I don't understand how Bane has 33 CS right now. This is really amazing for Misery. He's got 2 kills as well, top, bottom.
What's not amazing is what's happening to Big Daddy right now as he's caught out of position. Vision is too strong and taken out. Team rotates, but not quite fast enough. So Empire does get a nice free kill on the Bounty Hunter. The middle under push from Fata as that happened. Now let's go look at Clockwork, mixing it up with Resolution, taking a lot of damage from the Orb Walk. He does not have cogs. He will go down. That's a double. A double, and they took the double hoping for the mid tower, but it is still thwarted. It will not go down. Now a big rotation. Fata fakes the stun. Hit does not fake it the second time. Goes ahead. It's Yoki, who is sitting there stuck in place. With a nice play by Bane, but now Bane's going back. He's got no defense. It's down at the moment. Misery is isolated. He's alone. He does do some damage, but not enough. Nice triple stun by Fata, who comes in. He gets 1, but now he's stunned in place. They put down Disruptor's ulti. Fata gets 2, wants to make it 3. Always want to fly, has got to back away, can't take the damage. Meanwhile, in the jungle, Resolution fighting with Big Daddy, getting juked around the trees. Yoki goes back in, wants to re-engage on Fata. Fata backs away. Back to the fight between Big Daddy and Resolution as that continues to engage. Resolution should be able to get away, but no. Now with the stun from Eternal Envy.
Cancel TP of Sand King too in the back line. Bone 7 gonna get that off.
Yoki does look like he got away. Meanwhile, not lucky enough. Resolution pops the mech. It just got finished, but it's not going to be enough. He goes down, but he takes Big Daddy with him. Meanwhile, the fight is still going. Bone 7 searching for Yoki. Yoki's got no TP. He goes underground. Bone 7 can't stand inside and take the shot. Oh, he misses. What a blink play by Yoki. Brilliantly done, and he's going to be hiding out in those trees.
Yep. It hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped.
It hasn't. As Bone 7 continues to hunt, he goes in, he pings him out, says, I know he's back there. Yoki's stuck in the trees, but nobody can quite get far enough back to help him. Blinks away again, and now he's just trying to buy time.
He got spotted.
They found him again. Keeps on chasing, but what can they do?
This is so much space right now.
They're teeping in more people. Yoki goes underground, blinks again,
Oh,
tries to get away. This time the track is on, and that will be the death of Yoki. Another double stun. Creates as much space as he possibly can, forces out TPs, ultimately goes down. But quite the fun hijinks.
Yeah, I didn't even get to watch the mid fight. I was just watching them two duke it out.
It was all over. I'll tell you what, man. This game they're doing everything in their power to test my ability to watch the mini map and control the camera at the same time.
Okay, well, in the last fight you saw Resolution picking up the mechanism. That's one good thing, but they still haven't acquired any towers. This is really worrisome if you're Empire right now, and yeah, Silence still a long ways off his BKB.
Absolutely. So let's look at the gold lead real quick. It is about 3,000 in the favor of Cloud9. XP has gone their way for the first time in this match. Let's look at the net worth. And that Lestrak is getting to a scary 8,000 up over the Viper, who's at a 7.2. Dust is going to be used. Smoke, I'm sorry, is going to be used. And they're going to rotate towards the jungle. It looks like they do have Big Daddy scouting around, trying to find a target. Good sentry ward right here, so Big Daddy will be spotted when he steps in. Shadow Poison is going to let him know that he has been spotted, but the movement is still in play. Misery going to take the front spot. Finds Always Want to Fly. Can he cast? No. High ground. Misses with the hook, but goes in. Track is up. Always Want to Fly's got nowhere to go. He's going to get taken out for a beautiful track kill.
Yep, AE's coming back in the mid lane. They're going to have a rotation coming in from Bane. Beam's grip not going to get off.
Not going to get there in time. He does send everything he's got after Silent. Does a little bit of harass. Pulls himself off. Meanwhile, big rotation. Wutro. More smoke coming as Aloha Dance tries to make a move. Yoki catches one. Eternal Envy stuck inside. That's the silence. That's the kinetic field. That's the death of Eternal Envy. Maybe more as the fight continues. They see Big Daddy. They start to move around. Nice glimpse backwards, absolutely. But Big Daddy is going to go down, so that's a twofer. And now they turn back. Fata's in here to fight. Kinetic field goes down to buy a little bit of space. Fata comes in. He says he's tanky enough to do it. And Empire says, yes, you are. And they back away.
Oh, Bone 7 went in the back lines. Disruption, nice. Holding silent. Bone 7's going to be in trouble. He's going to get picked off here. But nice stun coming in. Oh, they were able to blow up the gyro.
So it works out because they get the gyro, but then the glimpse backwards. Misery exposed, but will it be enough? They can't really go in. Fata doing a good job of staying on the fringes and just doing a ton of AoE every time someone comes in for a fight. What was the ultimate count on that thing? Let's see.
It was
3 to 1.
Yeah.
So Empire gets a good amount out of that. They did not want to lose that gyrocopter, but well worth it in the exchange for that fight.
Oh yeah, and the Glimmer Cape really didn't save the PL at the beginning when he got just annihilated from all the ultimates coming in from Empire. But still, it helped out when it was on Fata. When they were going on Fata, he had the Bloodstone plus the Glimmer Cape. It's just really hard taking him down when they don't have all the spells being thrown at him. They really need to find a way to get in the back lines and take care of Misery first. But now that he has a Ghost Scepter too and a Glimmer Cape, this Bane's becoming problematic.
All right, now we got a bunch gathering up towards the mid. It looks like C9 wants to make this push happen. Silent already taking some good harass damage. That Lightning Storm really strong. Silent without that much HP right now. Did lose a lot after that one shot. We're going to see. I thought we saw a glimpse.
Yeah, it was just real short range glimpse.
Short range harassment glimpse. Meanwhile, up on the top lane, Eternal Envy is going to be working the split push, as he does have those boots of travel. He does also have the Manta style recipe. Almost, I think it's actually almost done, so you should be able to pick that up pretty soon. That's going to be a big help to him. But now we've got 4 in the mid. Looks like E coming on the wraparound, going to meet up in the jungle. They're trying to flank here. Resolution trying to get into the woods. Got to be careful with that Courier. Courier backs around, goes into the trees. There's the engagement. Ultimate comes out from the Disruptor.
Oh, Yoki.
Yoki comes in, lands it on Fata. He gets the stun. Fata dropping pretty low. Yoki isolated now. Here they come from the backside. Always want to fly. Aloha Dance goes down. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Yoki stuck in place, and the chase continues. Empire Silence closing in. Wants to try to make a save, but he can't do it. The call down comes up, hits the double. But will it be enough? Misery heals. Silent goes down. It's a 5-man wipe as C9 cleans out Empire, sends them back to the Stone Age, and pushes through the middle tower to finally get some more traction and sort of confirm the fact that they were in control of this match. Gold League climbs up to 7,500, Ryu.
I would say that's pretty much the game, considering how far behind Gyrocopters. I don't think they still have a lot of ways to come back into this game, but Sand King was the only damage they really had on Fata, and you just see the amount of AoE and teamfight control he has. He had a soul booster completed. Now he's going to go for that Octarine core. He's really close to having it too.
I do believe that they glimmered Fata inside of the Sand King's ultimate, if my eyes did not deceive me, which I think was the difference maker in that fight.
They just, I don't know. I feel like they need a Shadow Demon Disrupt. Well, he used it already to start off the fight once he got hooked, I think. It's just not ideal when you can't stop this Bane from Glimmer caping someone. It's hurting them so much. And now Bounty Hunter has one too, so they have 2 to work with.
Absolutely. 12 charges on the Bloodstone by Lestrak at this point. Gold Lead has crested over 10,000, so C9 in that fight off of track kills and just great execution on the team fight climbs up to almost 11,000 gold advantage, XP of 7, and the net worth on that Lestrak continues to outdistance the rest of the group. He has a second soul booster up and running, which means this guy's about to become very difficult to kill. He's going to make a heck of a lot of space for a PL whose farm is also not so bad. He's already sitting on that Diffusal Blade level 2, Yasha, and holding the Manta style recipe.
Yep. They didn't shut down the Lesh, and this is what happens.
This is what happens.
This is what happens, man. Don't have that Bloodseeker at Nyx. It all goes down to that.
So Silent working desperately to get this BKB up and running. He's ever so close. In fact, I think that this creep stack may do the trick. That said, he is never safe because Big Daddy No Tail, always on the hunt, does get spotted out as they are placing wards in combos right now. No gems up on the map just yet. Midas on the Viper. What time? How long? When did he get that? Do you remember what time the time frame? I'm just curious.
The Midas on the Viper. On the Viper. He would have had to have gotten it about 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more.
Oh, you see. So Lestrak just finishes up the Octarine core, and we'll be bringing that out in the next fight. Should be pretty crazy. I don't know, man. If you're Empire and you're staring down the barrel of this Lestrak, what
if you don't get the BKB right now, No Tail's gonna pick the Courier off.
Oh man.
Yep. They can't team fight now, but they're gonna go. Oh,
BKB
nice.
BKB goes down. Big engagement from the backside. Clockwork comes in. Disruptor does get his ultimate off. Misery stuck inside, dropping low. He may be the first to go down. Aloha Dance now stuck in a tough position. He has to back away as Fata's damage is nice and high, but a good early pick for Empire to start this fight. They want to move around. They're going to find Big Daddy, and C9 is just separated. In comes Bone 7, but he's stuck inside. Doesn't want to be here. Always want to fly, putting in some damage. Calldown's going to finish the Clockwork. That's 3. Fata gets glimpsed backwards. He is in the depths of despair as he now comes in, gets stunned from the backside. Don't glimpse the Fata as Yoki pays the price. Came back, they thought maybe they had what it takes to kill him, but Eternal Envy shows up as well. It chases them all backwards. So that glimpse actually had the detrimental effect of costing Yoki his life.
Yeah, it costed two of their lives. I mean, that was not the play to make when all your heroes have cooldowns, and the only reason why PL wasn't there was because he was getting the tier 2 bottom lane. So they have so much map control. Aloha Dance.
He TP's in on Aloha Dance, who had no chance. And that is the danger of the farmed PL with those trip boots of travel. In they come, they want to go, throws the attack on Always Want to Fly. He's going to get annihilated right out of the gate, does not get the right copy. And that's a quick double kill for Eternal Envy.
Yep.
PL too strong right now.
It's just a systematic way of just destroying the team. Just get a fat Leshrac and then an unkillable, I don't know, Bane. They finally did take him down, but still, Misery's been playing great this game. Definitely my MVP so far.
Gold lead jumps up to 11,000. XP continues to climb. Roche dying a quick and pain-filled death as C9 makes a bold statement that they want to finish this game and they want to finish it quick. Clockwork going to rotate away, a little low on health, not willing to stick around and take any risks. Meanwhile, Big Daddy going to go ahead, throw up some tracks, start to make sure nobody's around. Kinetic Field misses completely. Love that new Kinetic Field animation.
That's pretty cool. I love it.
It reminds me of the Jurassic Park cages.
Well, we're going to have to cage you after this game.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. You're just out of control, dude.
Out of control, on fire, trying to bring the hype, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I'm having a great time. This game has been a little bit, I don't know, how would you describe it? I don't want to say clowny outright, but it's definitely been different.
It's
not
Empire,
what I'm used to seeing. It's Empire.
Not hitting their timing windows,
Yeah,
kind of
that's a good way to
getting
say it.
bounty huntered. I would say with Big Daddy successfully playing this game, kind of rotating and getting all the right kills in the EXP, and then just Silent getting shut down. It's really hard when your gyro's shut down in this situation, especially when he didn't even have the BKB for the last 3 minutes. There we go.
So let's talk about how Empire just took about 2 minutes to get that smoke to actually go off. And now they're going to rotate up towards the top lane where PL is pushing, but Eternal Envy backs away, gets into range where he knew he was in danger, sends out the copies, but leaves it at that. Here they go. Yoki out in front, going to get the first engagement, but everyone's here. In goes Fata. So much damage. Always Want to Fly is going to die. Aloha Dance is next on the docket, puts down his silence, but what's it going to do? Not much as he drops, and that's 2 down. The push is now a total reality as the high ground. They can smell it. C9 can taste the potential for victory here. They're going to come in. They're going to try to take this tower. Glyph is used, but that won't be quite enough to slow it down. Fata going to go ahead and put up the preventive stuns. Just sticks inside and continues to burn down this tower. Tundo comes in, but not all that much help. Oh, but Yoki comes in, does the blink, gets the call down. They're going to hit 1, they're going to hit 2, but Fata just too tanky, sticks around, does get forced to safety, and he will back out as he is very low on health. But Track goes out on Resolution. They can now watch him walk around, dodges the Shadow Poison, and does manage to finish the tower.
Yeah, and they only use 1 Glimmer Cape there too, so C9's play is perfect so far. They still had 1 to use if Sand King did want to reinitiate with an Epicenter. So far, playing like a team here from Cloud9, and looking great to close this one out.
Absolutely. PL getting ridiculously difficult to deal with at this point. Eternal Envy actually playing him very, very well. Manta up and running. The 3,000 gold in the bank, waiting for him to get his next big ticket item. If we look at the other stuff on the map, it's Yule's on the Sand King. The Demon Edge is out on the Gyrocopter right now as Empire is grasping to stay in. This Solar Crest up on Big Daddy No Tail. Interesting pickup there. And what do you think about that Solar Crest for the Bounty Hunter?
I mean, it's always great. They were able to take Roshan a lot faster than they normally would have. And it's just nice to have the evasion against the Gyrocopter, as well as, you could say, the Viper. Viper's right click is really underwhelming, though. Most of it's just, you know, kiting him around, making sure I'm in the front lines, just tanking all the damage.
All right, so both teams with a defensive and a aggressive ward in the same position. Uh-oh, glimpse backwards. Wants to go on Envy, stuck in Kinetic Field, stuck in the ultimate. Below Dance taking some damage from behind. Gonna be a little bit of trouble. Puts himself pushed out, even tries to save him. Will it be enough? Resolution there. Oh, I hear the Clockwork comes in, takes the shot. Yoki goes for the stun, but doesn't. Ends up inside of the cogs. Yule Scepters himself to buy some time. Bone 7 dropping pretty low. 4 stabs to safety, puts out some vision. He's still alive somehow. Glimmer Cave, too strong. Disruptor goes down. Now we see Eternal Envy wants to turn around. BKBs are popped. Silent stuck inside a Fiend's grip. Down he goes. Aegis coming back up. Silent still stuck. One more right click will do it. Will he get to safety? Is the question. He will not. And Fata is a monster as the GG comes out. They get the triple. C9 takes the point, and we go to our next game. Remember, it is a best of one, guys, so C9 with a powerful victory in this match against Empire. And it's happened before. Empire has gone into these pre-TI slumps. Is this the beginning of the down or just an off game for Empire? What do you think?
I think Glimmer Cape and Leshrac definitely MVP. They didn't really solve the Lesh issue. They tried to counter it with the Viper, but I really don't think that's the hero you want to be doing it with. And sure, they were just always in fear of Big Daddy No Tail, always rotating around. And when you have this fear in you, you always want to try to shut him down, but they couldn't. They didn't find a way to shut down the Bounty Hunter. Leshrac got his farm, and then obviously PL got his farm. And then, as I stated, Silent just dying too much in the early stages of the game and the team fights, it really hurt them. You have to stay ahead when you're a gyrocopter. When you fall behind, there's not much you can do. And, you know, the most annoying thing in this game, too, was when Aloha Dance had his glimmer, but he always glimmered when he was tracked. So that was hilarious to watch the whole time. It was just very unfortunate that they were playing against a bounty hunter.
Tough game for Empire. Hopefully they bounce back. Great game for C9. We were a little curious about their draft, but it sure seems to have paid off. Guys, my name's Toffees, bringing you the action here for a little more this evening before we turn it over to Rust on the main stream to take over the play-by-play. You can find me at Toffees_Dota2. Glad to be here with you as the official English caster for Mars Dota 2. And I'm joined by my co-caster, the color man himself, Ryu Ubruz, Discount Matt Damon. Where can these folks find you?
You can follow me on Twitter at RyuBorsDota if you like my commentating. And thanks for watching, guys. We will be back shortly for game number 3.
Game number 3 coming up soon. We'll play some music. The game's scheduled to start in about 10 minutes, but, you know, we'll just stick around and play music until it actually starts.
You got to sing now. You got to sing for him. You said it.
Wait, when did I say I was going to sing?
I just said it.
You just made it up. You can't make things up. That's it, guys. We'll be back shortly. Maybe we'll think about some singing down the line. But as always, Toffee's out.